Hey, friends.
Hey, it's Abby.
And it's Emily.
Welcome back to the Her Walk His Way podcast. We're just going to hang out today, I think. Nothing came to mind to talk about. So.
No, not planned, not research. So I don't know. I thought it'd be cool to just talk about
life.
Yeah, God has me in some weird places. And so.
True.
That we could just talk about that for.
Yeah.
A little bit and then see where the wind takes us. How you doing? How's life?
I'm doing good. Trying to think. I am almost done with classes, but then I have not even a full week until classes start again.
Oh, yeah.
Well, maybe it is technically a few weeks, but it's not going to feel like
not
anything.
Long, yeah.
And, just working, doing school. I'm so close to going to the beach, though. I'm, like, right there. And then we're also in the process of looking for a house to move into, which is a lot, especially because I'm a huge planner. And everybody wants you to move in by May 1st. That's, like, renting out right now. And I'm like, okay, but I need to secure a house for, like, mid-June. And they're like, yeah, we're not saving that for you. So it's like, okay, but I'm also stressed because I'm like, I don't know where I'm going to live. And anyway, our lease is also up at an awkward time here. It's up on, like, the 26th or the 27th. And most people want to move in on the 1st.
Yeah.
So either we're going to have a double lease in June. Or I don't know what we're going to do. Maybe an Airbnb or something. I have no idea. But I would ideally like to start renting on like June 15th so that we can have like 5 or so days where we can be moving stuff and I don't have to like do it all in 24 hours or live out of a car for a week. So we'll see. It always works out. And so, yeah, hopefully that is in our near future.
Are you bringing like these bookshelves?
I don't know.
And like
it depends on where I'm moving.
Have a ton of stuff, but.
So I think I want to keep these bookshelves.
I think you should.
I really like them. They're not very full.
You want to put them in my basement?
Well, I'm gonna get a U-Haul when we move. You know.
Are you gonna keep the U-Haul for days?
That is the question.
Okay.
So ideally we will not have to live in an Airbnb for a few days.
That I'm like, you ain't putting these things in.
Yeah. So that is like not gonna be ideal if we have to do that. Worst case scenario, we have to pay double rent for June. Triple rent if you include a security deposit.
Ridiculous.
So yeah, there's that.
All right. Well, I'm here to help however I can.
Yeah, it'll be fine. Well, me and Luke were talking about it the other night, and he was like, are you stressed about anything right now or whatever? We were just talking in general. And I was like, sometimes when I think too far in the future, I get stressed. But when I think back on last year, we were paying for a wedding. We were all moving. School is, like, about to end, and, like, you were quitting college. Like, we had no idea what anything was going to look like. And at the same time, it just, like, all fell in place at the right time. But I didn't have time to think about it, so I wasn't stressed, Yeah. So I was like, God just has a way of being a little too on time. And it doesn't give me time to plan his timing.
True.
Of course.
Yeah.
And so it's, like, stressful and if I think too far in the future, but every time it works out. And it's, like, it's fine. But, yeah, I just have to stop thinking about it, I think.
Yeah.
Because I've told him, I'm like, this is going to be you. If you want to look at houses, that's good. I can't do it. I'm going to get stressed.
Good for you. Good for you.
I am going to give you that problem because I can't do that problem. But it's going to be fine. It'll be great.
It is.
I'm selling a lot of the stuff here anyways. Like, because if I am going to be in a house or a bigger space, I'm going to want a rectangular table.
Yeah, bigger. Mm-hmm.
So that table's going. I think these chairs are going. I've washed the covers now, and they're. Oh, if you guys listening don't know, my dog would hump these chairs before he got fixed. So they were like, not so sanitary for a bit.
They look fine though.
They're great
fine.
now.
They're still comfy.
Luckily, it is organic material and washes out.
How much are you going to sell them for?
I don't know. I have no idea.
My brain is pondering. James and I were just talking about getting rid of the couch in Samuel's room. I don't even know how often you go upstairs.
That's a cute couch.
I don't want it, though.
Yeah.
Like, he wants...
Well, if you don't use it.
Well, he wants another nugget couch.
What is that?
The little buildable couch.
Oh.
Have you seen it? We play with it often at our house. Like, build forts or tunnels.
Oh,
or
it's just like the big foam pieces.
Yeah,
okay.
You get to just build stuff.
Uh-huh.
And But it's a couch or a bed or whatever. And so he wants another one of those. We don't have the space. But I was like, if we get rid of that couch, we could have space. But we could buy these chairs from you and put them in Samuel's room.
Yeah, or you could have them.
Because he was like, I would love... Well, if you're trying to make money, too.
It is what it is.
What? Because he was like, I like having a place to sit.
Yeah, when you're
in
upstairs
there.
with the kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are the nuggets not comfortable?
No, they're very firm and flat.
No sinking into those things.
No.
I do like these. I was just intending them for reading, and there's not much neck support, so I kind of have a hard time. Like, if I read in them, I have to lay this way. So I think I like something with, like, where my neck could
Higher,
go.
yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
But I also don't want, like, a rigid chair. So it's like, I don't know. I don't know what I'm looking for. I really like those ones that's like, it's kind of like a daybed, but it's a circle.
Mm-hmm.
Those are nice. Mm-hmm. So, like, you're intended to lay down completely on them, but you could put pillows or whatever.
Yeah.
So I like those, but we'll see what I'm able to fit or, because also there's no such thing as a 1-bedroom house to rent. So there's just going to be like an extra room probably wherever we are, which would be good for this whole get up in here.
Yeah, that would be great.
I need to find more books for it. Hey, also, you're probably seeing video for the first time. Hopefully. Hope you can see us right now. If not,
see us chilling.
If not, you can imagine.
Yeah, if you're listening on a different platform.
Yeah. Because, anyway, now Apple Music, why do I keep saying that? Apple Podcast now allows video. So I think we're going to be able to have video everywhere now.
Abby's going to hook it up because
I'm going to watch a YouTube video.
I just show up. Abby's going to watch one video on how to make another video.
Yeah, true. But yeah. So anyway, just all the chaos right now. But that's okay. We're rocking and rolling. What about you?
I'm doing good.
She's just doing good.
I'm doing good. Yeah. I know. I'm doing okay. Toddler's having really bad meltdowns. That's life. Just hanging out. I try to plan something once a day with our kids during the week. But I've began to notice I really like being home. Mm-hmm. Late afternoon.
Yeah.
So, like, our son takes a nap 12:30-ish to 2, 3. And I really like him being home for that because he takes a long nap. But
that's a long time.
That's a long time, and there's so much you can do.
Yeah.
And without a baby around, like crawling and crying or walking or whatever. And so I like to either work out, plan dinner and cook dinner or prep it or like do whatever during that nap time. That way when he wakes up, I'm present.
Yeah.
Like dishwasher's unloaded, good to go, whatever. And so, but I've just began to notice that I like being home, especially during his naps. And so I'm trying to plan stuff during the day. Man, I met this woman Monday. Mm-hmm. Yesterday. At the park. We were there for an hour. It was perfect. Met at 9. No one on the playground. Hung out. Chilled. She's an older lady.
Yeah.
She's like a mentor of mine. And so like we met. We hung out. Kids played. She brought cupcakes. We went to the car.
Oh, that's
they ate
cute.
a cupcake. We left. Like it was very like efficient is the word.
Yes.
Right. You meet other mom friends. And some days I love that. Where you meet other mom friends and it's like la 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 la. We don't have anything.
Yeah.
Which is great some days, but it felt nice. Like we got home and James was like, "Wow, you're already back?" And I was like, "Yeah, that was so lovely." So like, We have a purpose. This is what we're meeting for, to talk, to catch up, to mentor you. Goodbye.
Yeah. I like it.
Yeah, it was super nice. So that's it. Life, yeah. We can go into it in the episode, but yeah, I'm pretty good.
Yeah. Well, if we do nothing, I guess we should pray.
Absolutely.
I'll pray, and then we can just talk about whatever we want to.
Yep.
Lord, thank you so much for today. Thank you for the ability to just sit down and hopefully allow our audience to get a small glimpse into our life, a small glimpse into what we're walking through and the way that we're walking through it with you, God. I pray that you would just speak into us, pour into us, allow this to be helpful, allow this to bring comfort to someone. Don't allow our words to just be for nothing. Allow them to be purposeful and allow them to glorify you. And in Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Amen.
You know, maybe we should talk about that thing I did want to talk about. But because I don't think we'd be able to do a full podcast on it anyway. About children.
Yeah, we can.
Okay. So, because I know I'm not going to be able to yap for an hour about this. But we can just talk about it right now.
Yeah, let's talk about it now and then end with...
We'll just keep talking. Whatever.
Where we're at.
Okay. For you guys, I have been feeling some sort of way. Okay. Actually, I need to call myself out first. I am the person that's definitely been annoyed by children in my life. Like... It's like they're in the way. I'm like, okay, you know.
Go faster, move.
Yes, get out of the way. Like,
don't question me.
My sister's kids, I'm like, get those things in check. You know, let's wrap this up.
Those things.
Yes, like, they're chaotic. Like, it can be inconvenient.
We should back up real quick.
Okay.
To put into context, right?
Yeah.
I'm a mom of 3 under 4.
Yes.
Want a 4th baby.
Uh-huh.
That's been out in the open to my husband now too.
Abby has never wanted a child.
There we go. Okay, so you get 2 opposite
perspectives on this topic.
I came out of my mom's womb wanting babies. I was like,
my sister's
I want to be
a
mom forever.
Yeah.
But Abby doesn't.
I've never felt that way. So part of that is like being like, why would people ever want this?
Why would you want that?
Why would you want all this chaos? And so anyway, the Lord has been working on me, I will say, but I don't know. I've been hearing or like seeing videos online or just the talk on social media is that like children are such a nuisance to society, but at the same time we're seeing the effects of a society that doesn't want children.
Yeah.
And it's really sad. Like, Speaking of children
in your pocket.
Like, people don't want children, so they're getting abortions out of convenience. People don't want to parent, so they're sticking iPads in front of their children. Mm-hmm. Like, people don't want to deal with their kids, so they're not disciplining them. They're letting them walk all over. And now we're seeing a generation that doesn't know how to read, which is super sad. Has uninvolved parents who think their children are entitled to everything. And then the kids are also super entitled, believe that everything is owed to them, and they're completely disconnected from the rest of the world because of like technology. And it just makes me, because also on the other side of it, everyone is like complaining about the state that the next generation's in. But God kind of convicted me. Is like, well, you have to be willing to invest in them. It's not just the parent's job. Like, we were built for community for a reason. And instead of like complaining, volunteer to like lead Sunday school or, you know, invest in children's lives. And also it's not weird to do that. Like,
could you imagine you?
I know it's weird. I understand. But we like, if us as a society wants to be proud of the generations behind us, we have to start like being neighbors again, or like volunteering to like watch people's kids for them, or it doesn't always have to be something in it for us. And I think that's what we're seeing too, is like no one wants to deal with kids unless there's something in it for them. And when they do deal with them, it's like not true investment, or like they really don't genuinely care what comes of the child. And as someone that is pro-life, it's like I need to follow through with the rest of that. I have to be not just invested in the child when they're in the womb. I have to want to like make sure that children are growing up in safe homes, they're growing up in communities that care about them and want to see them know Jesus and turn into successful adults. And so it's just kind of like this weird society we're in that's like, you need to parent your kids and be good parents, but like, I'm out. Like, you're on your own. Yeah. And it's like, man, that's kind of dystopian. It's really weird to think about, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's even, it's weirder because you don't want kids.
Yeah, not really.
Yeah, like, the Lord's working in your life in different areas, etc. But I do want to say, though, that Abby is the first person I go to when I need someone to watch our kids, if, like, grandma's out of town or whatever, or not in town, and she's great. Our kids they mentioned you this morning. Thought we were going to go see Abby today. I was like, what are you talking about? And she's like, she said last night, see you tomorrow.
Oh.
So like, oh.
Wasn't talking to you, Shouty.
About that. Anyways, so Abby's fantastic with kids. I just think people want to be moms and some people don't, but it happens. Mm-hmm. And it's great and it's wonderful. Then you have, going more down the line, you have people who become moms and don't want that job or that role, or it's more than they signed up for. I can say that I've been on a few different degrees of it. Like, I've always wanted to be a mom. My husband, the moment I met you, you wanted kids, you wanted to be a mom. Like, this is just what you wanted to do, right? Yeah. There are some moments where I'm like, what did I do? Mm-hmm. Like, why did I do this, right? But I think part of it, you said something that I'm going to combat a little, is that it doesn't just fall on the parents. There's a degree of that also. Because I feel like some parents are like, oh, well, they're learn that at church. I don't have to teach it, you know? So mm-hmm. There has to be a balance of some way. Right. It does take a village to raise kids. Like, that was something I was talking about with my mentor about, is being a single mom. I'm not married, ring on my finger. But, like, single moms truly have to do it alone. And, like, if they don't have community of people who love kids or want to help out with kids, it's hiring babysitters they don't really know. Yeah, which can be inviting them into your house, like all these things. And so we were talking about that and pondering that, but it truly, truly does take a village. I meet people all the time at these play dates we go on, or playgrounds or whatever, and they're grandmas, and they're like, yeah, we watch them on Tuesdays or whatever. And I'm like, oh, I need you to know how much of a blessing you are to your kids, right, for watching their kids, because it's like, it takes so much pressure off. Yeah. For one day, they get to just, you know, for a few hours, they get to just be human, right, and focus on something else. And so I do think we are in a society now where it's fallen back into children should be seen and not heard, and like, just the terrible. Yeah. Well, like, I personally would rather see a kid laughing, crying, having a good time in a restaurant than see them on an iPad, because I think it's gross that, like, that's parenting today. God. But, like, most people would rather have a silent dinner, like, or have quiet in the restaurant than have to hear a child, you know? Yeah. And I'm like, yeah, but they have to learn how to be a human too. They have to learn how to sit and have conversation, or, you know, those sort of things. Yeah. And interact. Like, social. And I think that's why we're seeing kids that have social anxiety. They don't know how to interact in society, or like order for themselves. Like, simple things kids are not learning, and it's because, like, parents are assuming it for them out of the convenience of not having to teach the child too. Oh yeah, impatience, 100%. I'm quick to jump in when I want something done. I'm like, let's go. Like, we're gonna be late or whatever, versus letting them figure it out on their own, which that helps build the confidence and kind of like. Yeah, truthfully, I do that with my husband though too. Like, I do that with everyone around me. And maybe that stresses me out about kids. Like, maybe I feel the pressure of, like, I'm gonna have to let them learn. Because I have a hard time doing that. It's like, if I ask someone to do something one time, I'm not going to beg you to do it. I'm just going to, like, instantly go do it, because I can do it quicker and the way that I want. When you ask, let's say your husband, to do something, do you want it done then?
Yes.
I gotcha. Yeah.
Like,
me too.
I am
I'm
an instant results person. And for example, I'll be cooking. Hey, can you grab me the salt really quick? I'm touching raw chicken. Well, if he's like taking a long time to walk over, I can just wash my hands really quick, grab it for myself quicker. So I'm like, well, that was pointless. I'm like, I need timely manner, you know?
Urgency, people.
And that is why God gave me Luke, because he's not urgent. That is just like, he is the most mellow, it'll get done when it gets done person. Yeah. And so it's like a real struggle for me to be like,
I just want to season my chicken.
Just like watching you slowly walk. I'm like, okay. Also, he's like, oh, wait, I forgot to. And I'm like, oh my gosh, here we go. You know,
I went off yesterday. Oh, it was so bad.
About urgency?
Lack there, maybe. Like, James was out and he met up with a friend and I asked him to go to the store. It's super irrelevant. Actually, now that I'm saying it out loud. But I asked him to go to the store for stuff I needed for dinner. Uh-huh. And he forgot.
Oh.
We literally just talked about it. I texted him an extra item I needed. He comes in the door and he's like, my brain hates me. Like, I forgot. Da-da-da. And I'm like,
can you go back?
Well, 15 minutes later, I'm like, you didn't even say you're sorry. Like, I needed. Yeah. You just, like, took the blame. Like, oh, my brain hates me. Yeah. Because I tried to go. In between the 15 minutes, kids screaming, Mom, I want to go with you. And I'm like, I just need brown sugar. Like, I don't even need anything major. And it was terrible. And I'm like, see, it would have been so much better if you just went. Then he was like, fine, I'll go. And then they're all screaming. I'm like, this is
nobody
terrible. Yeah. Anyways, it worked out wonderfully. He took them to the park. I went to the store, took a shower, cooked dinner in peace. It was perfect. But the urgency, kids don't have it.
Right.
Kids, especially type A children.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I would like to say,
don't have it.
When you're, I can cut this out if you don't want to talk about
fine.
Lily's type
ahead.
A.
Yeah.
But, I like resonated so deeply with her when you were talking about it. Because I was that kid. Like, I struggled so much with wanting something done the exact way I wanted it to. And I was telling you all this Wednesday, like, it would be something where I'm trying to do a project and I'm stressed about it. And even help would make me break down more.
It's bad.
Because I would rather you just leave me alone and let me deal with it. Because I know I can get it done how I want it to get done. And even if I'm like pedal to the metal for 24 hours straight to get it done, I don't know why I would always choose that option. And my mom learned, she's like, all right, I'm gonna close the door, you got it, I'm gonna back away.
Maybe I need to talk to your mom, because I want you to know I bought her a notebook.
Oh, really?
A sketchbook. I bought her and Kinsley one. Mm-hmm. So we were talking about my 4-year-old loves to collect things, and it's trash things. Yeah. It is absolute trash things. But she loves them. She loves them, and
she wants them forever.
She wants them forever, and it's a thing. It's so special to her and whatnot. And so Abby suggested getting a nature notebook for her, and I looked some up on Amazon. I'm like, okay, cool, this is great, whatever. I'm gonna turn it educational, because that's just what I do. But I bought a sketchbook. She can put stuff in the front pocket. She can decorate the cover so it's hers. Whatever. She's already taped 3 or 4 things in it. I bought it 2 days ago.
That's adorable.
And I told her what we can do is, like, tape it in there, and then we'll look up what it is and the history behind it or whatever. But maybe I need to talk to your mom, because Lily is that way, but she wants you to sit beside her while she does it.
Oh, really?
Like, she wants the company.
Yeah. But she doesn't want you to interfere.
Right. Like, man.
I think I was embarrassed in my meltdowns, though. Because I would be, like, crying. I'm so overwhelmed. And so that would be like, everybody go away. So I can, like, I need to cry
in
peace,
get there, but
then get it together, then do it, you know?
No, I chuckle because she has this purse that's full of, like, 500 stickers you're never gonna use, and then like cute Jesus stickers, but like you already carrying these around, little rusted coins, fake coins, like just all these things, right? She dumps everything out of her purse yesterday, maybe, or the day before. Sunday, she dumped everything out of her purse to go through her purse, okay? Ooh, it's a beautiful day. My husband's like, Lily, you should do that outside. Like, I would love for you to tell me.
Yeah.
Because she remembers where she got everything in her purse,
which
is
what a
wild.
Memory.
Wild. Well, I got this from Juma's house and whatever. Like, she remembers everything. And so it's dumped out on our kitchen table. And he's like, Lily, I want to hear all about what's in it. And he's like, why don't you pack it up and like bring it outside? And I scoff quietly because I'm like, you ain't making this 4-year-old do that. And so she's like, well, Dad, it's kind of a lot. And he's like, you're right. Let me come to you. They sat down. They went through everything that was in her purse.
Right.
He put it in Ziploc bags. He like organized stickers in this bag, coins in this bag, dead crumply flowers in this bag. Like, and so now her purse has like
compartments,
20 Ziploc snack bags of like random little
I'm sure
things.
she liked that though.
She loves it.
Organized.
It's organized. Well, he was like, this purse doesn't have pockets. I'm like, yeah, it's a toddler, has 2 zip
It's meant to hold a fake phone and some lip gloss.
Literally, like, but she's so.
That's hilarious.
But again, that's a point though that you're so good at, and I'm so grateful to have someone in our community. That can kind of help navigate.
Well, one thing I can get is a type A girl. I will. It's funny that like you've never experienced that though. Well, James, because you're type A, right?
Yeah, and James thinks I am, and he's like, "You're very much type A." But I think I've loosened up. I'm loose on some things and not on others. Yeah, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm learning that I'm a little less flexible than I used to be. Mm-hmm. Not literally, but like just with time or plans or whatever. Like I'm very much like, that might not work for me. Like that's whatever. That's happened multiple times, especially with 3 kids. Like you just can't. I'm not a last minute winger. Mm-hmm. Like I've been asked by someone in our new small group, hey, we're going to the park today in an hour, and I'm like, nope. Okay, I'm not gonna make it, but thanks for the invite. Please keep inviting me. Yeah. So yeah, but I just don't struggle to that extreme, I think. But I'm not the mom that really likes to rely on screen time. Mm-hmm. It's just not, because kids want connection.
They do, yeah.
They want you. Like, my type A daughter just wants to sit next to you. She had the biggest meltdown today. She was not being kind to her baby brother, who's 15 months old and has no idea what he's doing. Right. He's pulling stuff out of the shopping cart she has with their fake kitchen. And I'm feeling her frustration. I'm feeling her anger. And I'm like, hey, Lily, you're getting a little frustrated. Like, why don't you step away? Why don't you give him something else to play with? But she's like picking him up and moving him and like, no, Samuel. So I removed her from the situation. There comes huge meltdown, throwing stuff at the wall, like huge meltdown central. It lasted 10 minutes, I think, and ended up with her just crying upstairs, talking about having to use the bathroom, but the bathroom downstairs, it was a thing. And so we let her melt down. It ended up, Mom, will you please just sit beside me? Mm-hmm. Like, can we please just spend time together? Like, sobbing. She's like, please, can we just spend time together? Just me and you. Like, just very much, And so we did a little game while we ate lunch and whatever. But she loves company. She loves connection. And I think most kids do. Mm-hmm. But some kids have the personality where they're like, more internalizing it. Yeah. Like, I'm not going to ask for it or act out to get it, if that makes sense. Yeah. You miss those cues. You miss those things if you're just putting an iPad in front of them.
Yeah.
And 9 times out of 10 at that dinner table, when the kid has an iPad, the parents are on their phones.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's like conversation still isn't happening.
Me and Luke have talked about that because I have my nephews up here. And it's like one of those things where my nephews like know about phones, but like they know that I don't give them phones, which I brought my laptop when I picked them up because I knew it was going to be a long drive, and I played a movie on it for them. And anyways, so other than that though, I forced them to talk to me or like have a conversation, and Luke is an iPad baby. Okay?
Oh man.
Like if he has to so much as change the laundry, he's bringing his YouTube with him, you know.
Bless.
And he's not like, he'll sit down and have a meal without a phone, or like we can hang out without phones and that sort of stuff, but he's like very much gonna listen to his YouTube all the time. And so I'm the person that's like, they're watching you. Like you're their example. And so maybe it is a part of me that feels a lot of pressure in parenting, and like maybe that's why I'm like
parenting.
No, because I feel such a huge responsibility around it. And like even just having my nephews for a couple of days, I'm like, oh, I have to be off my phone. Oh, I have to make, because I just feel, you know, they always say don't tell your kids what you want them to do. Do what you want them to do, and they'll do exactly that, you know. And so I don't, even when I just have them for a couple of days, I'm like,
it's hard. It shows you not where you fall short, because I don't think having your phone is falling short.
Yeah.
Or like being on your phone.
Right.
But it just it shows you glares. I mean, of things you wouldn't want. Like Lily says, "Dang it," or Kinsley says, "Dang it," and James can't stand. I can't either. Coming out of a 3-year-old's mouth, I'm like, please stop. Please stop. Because it's a frustration, dang it. It's not like anything else. I say it all the time. And so, but it's very different when you see it through other people or like hear it through your children. And it just kind of shows you where improvement could be, or like things that you could do differently. What gets me though, we have to go there before we divert to random abyss. Churches, let's talk about that for a second. Okay. Because I saw this actually this morning. Someone posted it was a picture on the back of a church seat. Don't know what church it was. Just some random whatever. And it said something about if your child makes noise, not makes noise, but like babbles or is a distraction, like we'll usher them out. We have this space, like kind of.
They're gonna come get you.
You know, whatever. I guess. And the woman who posted it said that like her baby was babbling or whatever. The usher looked at her. She got all her stuff and left anyways. But there had been talk about the church I go to. If I went down this rabbit hole one day of Googling churches and looking at their Google reviews. Okay. Just to do it.
Yeah. Like, interesting.
Yeah. I was like, let's see. You know, because who's really going to have the audacity to leave terrible reviews on a church? Well, let me tell you, people do. But
people have audacity.
Our current church, 2 people, it was a male and a female. I'm assuming they were together. They just wanted 2 reviews. Yeah. We're talking about how they were visiting town, whatever, but something happened with their kid. They didn't want to put him in Sunday school, whatever, and they were asked to leave. Or the pastor says, which he says at the beginning, you know, if your kids get restless, we have a space for you and your kids to enjoy the service, not here, basically. Apparently they took a lot of offense to that. And so now our personal church, which I'd love to have the conversation, like our church does a video, like an update of what's going on in the church. And now they've changed the wording since we've been there, which is weird. But they changed the wording to where, you know, we know if you brought your little one into church, we love it. But we also know that your little one might need movement during this hour-long whatever. Yeah. And so they have a designated space. No one else is allowed in there but parents and kids.
Well, they also have like huge living room area outside, and like there's many places you can go.
Yeah.
So here's my
Yeah.
thoughts. Your job as a parent is to teach your kid how to go throughout life. And that includes teaching them there's a time and a place that you're allowed to talk. There's a time and place you're not allowed to.
Yeah.
And if they're not old enough to understand that, then they don't need to be in that space. Because church is a place of reverence, in my opinion. Like, in my mind, I have not gotten away from the fact that God is holy and I need to be reverent around that. And so if you want to bring something for your kid to do, bring a coloring book if they're going to sit quietly or whatever. That's fine if they understand how to sit quietly.
Yeah.
But if they're not old enough to, then I think you need to respect the space that you're in enough to allow other people to have that experience. In terms of a restaurant, I think you should assume that people have children and they also deserve to eat at restaurants.
Yeah.
And you want your kid to know how to talk at a dinner table, so you're not gonna zone them out. Like, that's one of those things to me. But like, you're not supposed to be talking, moving about in church. And if they're not old enough to understand that, it's better for the kid, and it keeps the integrity of the service. Yeah. At the same time, if it's like, hey, we'd love for you to watch service, but here's a space where your kid can talk, they can move about, if you're okay with them doing that.
Yeah, our church is like, they have their own dynamic worship experience in their classroom where they could go and like,
yeah, there's a space. It's not like they're saying there's nowhere for them to go. Yeah. It's like, look, if you don't want to put them in there, okay. But like, here is another place where you can be with them.
Yeah. As a mom and as someone who has the 3 littles, I agree with you. Yeah. Like, and that might step on some mommy's toes, but I agree with you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, as a greater interest, we want people to be in church to encounter the Lord. And unfortunately, distractions can take someone out of that moment or take them out of an encounter with God. So it's like kind of bigger than your feelings of wanting to be able to sit in service and wanting your kid to ruin service for everybody else. Yeah. So it's like, if you want people to encounter God, then you have to be willing to be okay with respecting the place they might be able to do that.
Yeah. No, I agree. Because I hear people, like babies, it was the Easter service, actually. We sat in the overflow. The overflow. Like, purposely gave up our seats. Someone brought a kid in, and we're watching on a screen, as it is. But, like, this baby kept babbling. And I wasn't looking out of distraction, but it was just like, I'm a mom, so like I'm looking, I'm focusing. I'm like, where's that baby? You know, whatever. Sometimes I'm like, is that my kid? Yeah. Type deal. Even though my kids go to Sunday school, and so it's just one of those things. On terms of restaurants, you're not seeing me popping up at a super fancy restaurant with my 3 under 4.
Well, like again, it's the space. Like super fancy restaurants probably gonna be serious dinners or like date nights. Yeah. And so, and also out of respect for your kid, maybe don't take them to bars or like crazy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like on both ends, don't take your children where they don't belong, for them and for the people there. So it's like, you don't need to be an irresponsible parent, but I think it is important that you teach your kid how to go throughout life. Yeah. 'Cause like, like I was saying, if you don't teach them how to order for themselves, have conversation, they're not going to know how to do it. I was telling you this the other day. A lot of people my age do not know how to carry a conversation. It's infuriating. Like, some people my age, the entire time I'm talking to them, I have to think of the next question I'm going to ask them. Yeah. Because they don't know how to, like, banter. Yeah. Or, like, bring up a story or stay on the topic. It's like they answer your question and then they just sit there. Yeah. And it's like, okay, I guess I'm going to ask you another question. And I don't know. I did spend a lot of time, like, my mom was like, okay, you sit here, and she's having lunch with her friends. You join the conversation or you sit there. Yeah. But, like, it's up to you. But you learn how to talk to people. You learn how to have conversation. Yeah. And I don't think a lot of people, even my age, didn't really have to do that.
It's so hard. You touched on so many good things. You're like, I don't know how I'm going to talk about this. You're doing great. Like, you're doing fantastic.
Maybe I need to remove the pressure from it, huh?
Yeah, but I think, it does. I've heard that in motherhood. It takes a village. It takes a village. It takes a community, right? But because we are so far from family, my mom's local, but she works. She has her own life too. It's hard when you see how important a community is. Mm-hmm. You see how much more important it is to have a godly community.
Right, yeah.
Around your children. Because today, Lily woke up calling me bro.
Where did she get that?
She said the big boys do it. I'm like, you're not a boy. And you ain't a big boy, so you're not.
That is hilarious.
She said, what up, bro? I'm like, excuse me?
Gotta get her a beanie and a skateboard.
What up, bro? Bro, I'm like, did you really just call me bro? She's like, well, the big boys do it. I'm like, you ain't a big boy.
Yeah.
We ain't doing that.
That's
so it's
hilarious.
just like, they're so influenced. It's so, my little brain, here's a rabbit hole we can explore.
Okay.
I listened to a podcast yesterday morning of, if you see your kids doing something, or you see your kids, what would she say? I'm going to butcher it. But basically, like, if you see your kids treating their siblings the way you treat them, it shows you're an effective leader because it's working.
Yeah.
But it also might show where you need to improve.
Yeah.
And that's where I'm at currently. Today, Emily, right here, right now.
That's a really good point.
Of Lily is so quick to say no to Kinsley, to be bossy, to like do all these things.
Well, but on the other hand, do you feel like there is a role in teaching, like, I'm the parent?
Absolutely.
You know? Because, like, they also have to learn, like, whose role is whose.
Such a fine
Because mom
line.
does get to say no.
Yeah.
But, like, sister has to learn that's mom's job.
Yeah. Such a fine line. Such a rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Before having kids, pregnant with the first, was like, gentle parenting. I'm a gentle parent. And blah, blah, blah. And then the kid comes out, you hit roadblocks, and you're like...
Yeah, no is a word we're using.
Yeah, I'm like, I know now why parents say, because I said so. Like, very much, you know? Yeah. Like, I get it now. There's a balance. And throw in getting closer to the Lord as me as a mom, as Emily as an individual, and it's like, maybe I shouldn't respond that way. Like, maybe I should respond this way instead. Like, the Lord is putting it on me to do this instead of this. Disciple instead of discipline, or whatever it might be in that season. It was going to work for one kid. It's not going to work for another. So I think... yes, that it very much is a role dynamic of authority. So something I've been working on is that I want you to obey me. So when God talks to you, you can obey him. Yeah. Like, because God is your father. He is your heavenly father. I am your earthly mom. This is your earthly dad. You got to listen to us because God gave us you. Yeah. Because he trusts us to, like, steward you well. Hopefully we do. But they, like, it's a dynamic play, man, because they love to play baby. So it's so many factors of, like, is that a developmentally appropriate thing at this age? And so just all these different... Yeah. I love that the woman on the podcast didn't shame. It's just her talking, and they're, like, short or long, but... she was like, yeah, you might not like it, and it might really hurt to see that or to show where you're failing, but it also means that you're an effective leader, and whatever you're doing is working. Like ducks.
It's getting in there.
Yeah, like ducks. She mentioned like ducks hatching and how all the little ducklings follow the mom. And it's not like the mom's like, okay, follow me now. Like it just happens. Yeah. And so... making sure that they're following the right things. Again, so influential. Like people, I mean, even when you college girls were coming over all the time.
Yeah.
Lily wanted anklets and toe rings because some of the girls would wear those, or like,
yeah,
you know, random little things people would say. They'd be like, oh, well, so-and-so does that. And I'm just like, okay, you're not so-and-so. I'm like,
yeah,
they're grown up, you're not, type deal.
That is
so
hard.
It matters, all of it. It's a lot, and it can be so overwhelming.
Yeah.
You probably hear all this and you're like, again, why would anyone ever want to do this?
It's hard because also, for you listening, I think I don't like want children, but I think all women are called to that. And so I don't feel like I'm exempt from that calling, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. And so it's not necessarily like I'm never having kids. It's like, okay, I might have to just say yes to God in this and trust that it's going to be okay. But at the same time, maybe I just feel a lot of pressure around getting it right too. But I also know that there's a part of me that's like, it's in everyone that's like selfish. Like, what about my time? What about my marriage? When are we going to ever spend time together? Like, what?
That's where it all goes.
Oh, out the window?
Not really.
See, that makes me feel so much better. Thank you, Emily.
But yes.
So anyway, it's just
shifts.
those things. It's like, maybe some people don't put that much thought into it before they have a baby. It's like, they like the idea of being a mom.
Yeah.
Or like loving something that much. Or some people are really love caring for people. And but sometimes people don't think about, when am I going to shower? When am I going to like feed myself? Those little things.
I'm going to be honest, man. You don't.
Yeah.
Like we got pregnant on our wedding day. So we didn't really have time. Again, I knew I always wanted to be a mom.
Yeah.
But also there have been moments where I've wept in this chair off camera of like, I just want free time. Like, I just want to be able to do something without a child, I prayed for this life. I wanted this life, but you don't, like, especially newborn stage.
Like, nothing can prepare you for it.
No parenting books. No, they all, you think but you don't know until you're in it, has been my experience.
And social media has done a really good job of like peaceful, beautiful
Let's
motherhood.
Wear matching
like
clothes.
A quiet morning with my newborn that sleeps 12 hours a night. And it's like, no, people, that's not real. And so, I don't know. I think I've also just been someone who's been hyper aware of like reality. So it's like it feels like a really big decision to like bring a child into the world,
I want to say though that I feel like women adapt
very quickly.
Yes, to motherhood.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like, all right, like, God prepares you. God prepares your heart without you even knowing. God is preparing your heart. Like, that baby's kicking in your belly and you're being prepared for what's going to happen when that baby is 12 months old. Prepared, yes. Accepting or knowing what to do or whatever, no.
Yeah.
But like the Lord just makes it the Lord, I feel like, really gives you that servant nurturing demeanor before that kid gets here. And that way it just amplifies when they're here.
I feel like definitely though, again, God's working on my heart. But I am one of those people that's like, I care about my people.
Yeah.
And like my nieces and nephews, or like the people I'm involved with, I care about their kids. But like other kids, I'm like, could do without them, Like, I'm deeply invested in like your kids' lives, my sister's kids' lives. And so like I care about their baseball games and stuff like that. But other children, I'm like, I'm like, well, it's there. Like, the kids are there. But some people are like, oh my gosh, look at that baby. And I've just never been that way.
You would be so proud of me.
What?
A friend of mine just had a baby.
Yeah.
We went to the park last week. I can't even believe I did this. We went to the park and she's like, oh, do you want to hold him? And I was like, no. Not in like a degrading way. And to be fair, she said it to me when Samuel was born. Yeah. So it is.
It's fine. Yeah.
But I was just like, no, I'm
really
okay. Like, I'm good.
Yeah.
I hold my 15-month-old all the time. Like, I don't need to hold.
I've held my fair share of babies.
I don't need to hold this little baby. There was also like I want another one. So this would only amplify it. But I just didn't have that desire of like, I'm okay. I don't need to hold the.
Yeah.
It was a 3-friend group, and the other girl held the baby who has a 15-month-old, and she's like, "Yay, so cute!" Da, 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 da. And I was like, "You want another?" And she's like, "No." But it was just like, like
which like I think God just gives that really strong like love for babies and children to some people, and some people not so much. I don't know why, but anyway, I said that to say like I think I'm just in a place where it's like, okay. Maybe everyone's called to motherhood. And I don't know. I've talked about this before too, but I don't know if like God gave me. I don't know if I don't have a strong desire for my own children because God's calling me to adopt instead.
Yeah. So I wanted to explore that if we're good on time. But like, and just your thoughts, because like scripturally, it says what it says.
Yeah.
Scriptures. We've talked about scriptures and motherhood in other episodes, so go back and listen because they're there. But I wonder if like the call to children looks like you helping me mother my children, or helping your sister,
Well, I mean, to be explicit, I think the Bible only says 2 things about it, and it's like there's great purpose in motherhood is expressed, and be fruitful and multiply is expressed.
Yeah.
So it's not like, woman, your only job in this life is to physically have a baby. Yeah. Like that's never like written out like that. And so I think we're all called to, I don't know. I think women, I do want to say, I think God did give us that purpose as women to have our children, because he knew that he designed us to find purpose in that, in the day-to-day loving our children, and we were created for it. But I also believe that the Bible shows a story of adoption over and over. We're adopted, we are grafted into the family of God, and there are children in need of families. And so, I don't take that lightly either. And also we see people, God did not create some for marriage, which means they would not have children. Paul isn't married. He devoted his life to something greater. And so, well, not greater, but he had a different calling on his life. And he sacrificed wife and children to follow that, And so I think sometimes I ponder whether I'm meant to not have my own children so that I could help other children. Because Luke and I have talked about being a foster home, but Luke grew up in a home that did foster, and it can be extremely traumatizing for the biological children because strangers coming in and out of the house.
Yeah, things.
The parents have to devote a lot of attention to the child that probably has a lot of trauma, behavioral issues. You don't know what that kid's going to walk in with when they're living in your home. And also you have the issue of like, what if teenage boys are there and I have a young daughter? It's so many factors. You never know who's going to be coming in and out of your house. Yeah. And so we've talked about that a lot. What if we just are exclusively a foster home, which would be very hard. But it's just understanding that somebody's got to do that for these kids, And like, if you have the means to, why not, Or adoption. Well, we've been speaking a lot about pro-life today, actually. But everyone says like, put the baby up for adoption. And the argument would be nobody wants these kids. Well, that's just like not true. For every every pregnant woman giving her child up for adoption, there's 2 families waiting on a baby from that list. Unfortunately, that's because people want the babies with like the least amount of trauma, or,
they want babies fresh. They
so that you can like initially get them the second they're born into your home, and then it can like forever feel like your child. The problem is like on the other end, there's foster care where unfortunately the goal is reunification with a family, no matter what it looks like. But there's also so many foster homes that abuse children, mistreat them, are only in it for the government funding and like that sort of thing. And so more than we need families that want to adopt brand new babies. We need families that are willing to host children and be good families.
Absolutely.
For those kids.
Yeah.
And also, it might be the only time that these people come in contact with church, with the gospel and that sort of thing. And so, I don't know. It is an extremely hard decision to make, to say, you know, I'm going to be exclusively a foster home.
Yeah.
But of course, open to the idea of adoption, because some of those kids cannot be reunified with their family and they need a forever home. So I don't know what that would look like if we decided that, but it is, I realize, a huge need in our community, and especially for children that are older, or like, I don't know, middle school age, because people are just, they've counted their losses on those children. And that makes me really sad to know that somebody's like, well, you know, they've got too much baggage now, too much trauma. They're going to be difficult to deal with. Yeah. And so just wait on them to age out, and whatever happens to them.
I think, so I deal with foster families. We signed up with our old church to deliver a meal once a month to foster families.
Yeah.
To just help them out, whatever. There's different tiers. We're the bottom tier just because of kids. But you hear stories of the good, the bad, the ugly.
Yeah.
I've met amazing people. The two families we've had, one adopted their daughter, and she was young. They got her at a young age, but almost every bone in her body was broken.
Wow.
Things like that because of abuse. And then you hear the good, the bad. We again, two families so far we've been with, and they're amazing. They're long term is kind of what we're doing. This family now, though, is reunification, visitations with mom, like things like that. But I think there's a different level of none of this belongs to me. It belongs to the Lord.
Right.
Because when you do open the door, and Abby, I agree with you 100%, there's a need for not just taking a baby at birth, but for the kids who have been through stuff and need extra help and attention. But with that comes a different, okay, God.
Right.
They steal all your books.
Right.
You know, whatever it may be, it's not mine anyways. You know, like there has to be such a closeness with God. Yeah. When you do that, of within yourself and within your marriage, of like, we could wake up and all of the electronics in our house could be taken. Is that okay? Right. Is that something we're willing to, like? Yeah. Sure, justice might come, like whatever, you might get it back, but like just a heart check of like. Yeah.
Overall, though, there was a sermon about this recently at our church, but I love that one of the missions at the church I go to is to foster a culture of adoption. Whether your role in the kingdom is to be a foster family or to be a family that adopts, everyone's role is to support that mission, because we see time and time throughout the gospel, we're adopted into God's family. You know, that is something that obviously God has a heart for children. And so to support that in general is, so like Emily's role might be providing meals to them, and someone else's role might be, hey, by whatever means, my house will be a place that, you know, middle schoolers and teenagers that nobody wants can come to. But those are just things that I've like thought about a lot and pondered, because, you know, there's a huge need there. I don't know where God's going to take us, but anyway, those are just some things I've thought about with it.
Yeah, I love it.
It's a lot to think about, though.
It is.
And by any means necessary, we are not ready for that, because we don't have a house, and I'm still in college, so there will be no children in this household for the next at least few years. So anyway.
Well, you've already set the precedent of like, I don't want kids, so no one's hounding you of like, you got married, when's the baby? Like,
I know, right?
Here's what happens. You get married, and it's like, when are you having a baby? Then you have a baby. Then it's like, do you want another? Then you have the other one, and now everyone's like, stop.
Yeah. Everybody's like, hey, you know how those are made. Quit it out.
Well, Chill out. I've mentioned wanting another one. And like, woo
That's funny.
Our in-laws on both sides.
I'm that way with my sister, but she has a problem.
Have lots to say.
My sister is like incredibly fertile. I don't know what.
Me too.
She's got going on. It's like, I told her the other day, I was like, they need to study your biomarkers to like help infertile women because there's something going on here. It's like the second you try, it's like, bam, you're pregnant. So it's like, okay, girl.
Yeah.
You know how babies are made. You gotta chill out.
Yeah. See, I want one more. And everyone's like, no, you don't.
I know, right?
I was like, no, I do. No.
That's hilarious. Well, you always can have another one, but.
I've always been told, I don't know because I haven't experienced it. They say when you know that you're done, you know. Mm-hmm. Like you feel it, like whatever. I was going through Samuel's clothes in his closet, and I've gotten rid of all of them up until his size now. And I'm sad about it because I'm like, what if we have another baby? And it's
there
a
will
little
always
boy.
Be more clothes.
Well, James was like, when have you ever had a hard time getting clothes for our kids? And I'm like, you're right. Like,
my sister has a storage shed with children's clothing. And she's a psycho.
They're all like hand-me-downs, so they're not sentimental or anything. Yeah. But very much was just like, I just don't feel done. They say when you're done, you know.
Yeah.
If that's the path you go, you might be done for other reasons. Mm-hmm. But I just don't feel. Me and a woman were talking about it. She has a 4-month-old at a birthday party this weekend, and she's like, "Yeah, I'm just not done. I don't think I'm done." Okay,
this is another thing that I think about a lot. Okay, what is your perspective like on the Catholic view of like you're never done with children, no birth control?
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? That seems like a lot to me personally.
This is pure Emily's opinion.
Yeah. This is opinion, guys, not biblical.
Trademark that, okay? I think at some point it becomes, I could catch myself being selfish with it. Mm-hmm. If that makes sense.
About having a lot of kids or not having kids?
About having, either way.
Yeah.
But at some point it's like, I was just thinking about it in my head, mentioning wanting a 4th. Mm-hmm. Of like, do I want it to glorify God's kingdom and to like be a really good mom and to like raise them to love Jesus, or am I doing it just because I love the cute little baby stage and want to go through that again, or whatever, you know? Because there can be a selfish, what word am I looking for, like a selfish motive with it, blanketed of, well, I'm Catholic, or like I just don't do birth control.
That's funny because that's like the opposite of what like I would think, but like the same thing.
I don't know though. Yeah, I mean,
I agree with you, but on the same way of like I would feel I'm the person that would not have children out of selfish motive. Do you know what I'm saying? I like me time. I like my hobbies. I like to do what I want when I want, you know?
Yeah.
And so it's like, do I abuse those things in order to stop what God wanted for my life?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And like, that's where I feel weird is like, well, how many women are like ignoring how many children God wanted them to have in order to like, you know? Because I don't know. By any means, I definitely support you if you're on birth control, and I support you if you get your tubes tied or like go get your man a vasectomy, whatever. But like, it's just to think about. It's like, you know, some people really believe that. I
don't know. I guess.
And if that's their conviction, you go.
That's what I was going to say. Like, also it's supported. Let's say that.
Yeah.
Her Rock His Way supports birth control or not.
Yeah.
Like, whatever you're choosing.
This is not a critical issue to the Bible.
No.
Yeah.
Whatever you are choosing is up to you and up to the Lord. But I would just say to have the heart check.
Yeah.
Keep
or like be prayerful about it.
Keep checking in with the Lord, because it's like.
Because like also I don't think that the Lord would want you to like pop out so many children you can't provide for them or take care of them.
Correct.
Well, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, we're meant to steward them with intention. So if we're popping out 30 kids, it's like, well, you can't possibly be intentionally caring for each one of them.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Maybe you can. I don't know. I think it just, I think it just really, really
If you're having birth
depends.
to 30 of them, you need to be studied. That was a lot.
Yeah,
Nobody's
well,
done that, I don't think. Sorry.
I think it's just, no, we knew you were exaggerating.
Yeah. Just a
no
little.
one fact checked that. But I think because something that popped in my head is like, even if you're not on birth control,
Mm-hmm.
you still the Lord might not bless you. I have a friend who I pray for regularly. They've been trying for 2 years.
Yeah. I think about that a lot too.
Which means not on birth control.
I would never know. Sometimes I think about that. I'm like, I could be infertile and I just don't know it.
Yeah.
I would never know. I'm like,
that was a fear of mine in my early 20s.
I'm
of
like, well,
what if I'm infertile? Like, what if I can't have kids? Because I've just always wanted to be a mom.
Yeah.
But it's such a touchy, because it's like, when I hang out with her, I'm like hesitant to speak to even be like,
yeah,
gosh, my doctor tells me I'm so fertile. Like, you can look at me and I get pregnant, And so that's not the case for everyone. And so I think that's just a huge testament, though, for the Lord.
Yeah.
And like, if it's in His will and in your walk, whether you're preventing it or not,
Emily was trying to prevent it, and the Lord said, "Not on my watch."
2 of mine were pill babies.
Yeah.
And so it's very much just like, we feel like we have this plan, or it's a false sense of control.
Maybe your prayer should be, Lord, I'm on birth control, but if you really want me to have children, you will make a way, Yeah.
So it just, I think, I don't know. I think if that's their heart posture, there's an influencer who is working on baby 7.
Wow.
She probably just had it because, like, she posted very late that she was pregnant and stuff. But she has 7 kids, I think.
Go, girl.
So it's just very much,
My sister wanted that many, yeah. I don't know if she still wants it.
If that's your walk.
Yeah, cool.
Just do it. I say just make sure you got the space, the time, and the resources. Yeah.
For sure. Well, this is getting this is a long episode.
Good.
But
we did it.
I should not take another rabbit hole. Anyways, this has been fun.
This has been fun.
A little more motherhood chat for you guys.
Yeah.
Unintentionally, but
motherhood chat with a mom and with someone who
mom.
doesn't want to be a mom. So that was actually good. There was, no scripture mentioned. No. However, we have mentioned them I've mentioned them in previous episodes.
Yeah, we've talked about this a good bit.
Yeah, so I think it's fun.
Yeah. But as always, if you have questions, comments, concerns, feel free to leave those. Even criticism.
Yeah.
We're open to it.
Yeah, and do your God shots. How is God working in your life?
I haven't checked those, but my phone's recording, so I don't know. I'll find out if anybody's left one.
Yeah.
Anyways, we'll see you guys next week. And we love you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much for listening today. If you found this episode helpful, we'd really appreciate it if you would subscribe, leave a rating, or even write us a review. It's a simple way to help others find the podcast and to be encouraged in their faith too. Until next time, take care and keep seeking Jesus.